Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for watching today. Today we are back with another Funko Pop unboxing for you. This time we're actually be taking a look at some of the new Funko Pops from the brand new Marvel What If wave. And so we had some pops that came out last year after the show had come out in, what was that, like July or something like that. Shortly after that we got some pops more towards the end of the year. But now we're getting a wave 2 as we're seeing the characters kind of as they were more towards the end of the show with the Guardians of the Multiverse. Now they're getting those pops and they are definitely some really cool ones. And I did pick up 4 of the pops that were in there. There are a couple others that I have not been able to find yet, but I do like the ones that we picked up so far. So I wanted to go ahead and show them off. So of course we'll go ahead and show off all the pops. But before we get into that, if I could just ask you guys to go down below and hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. And we are on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so we cannot hit that goal without your help. And of course, hit that like button as well if you enjoyed the video. It does make a massive difference. So let's take a look at these Marvel What If pops. And so the first one that we were able to pick up, and I believe we might have shown this in a previous video because we picked it up during one of our hunts a few weeks ago. This one is Infinity Killmonger, and this is definitely one of the coolest looking pops from the entire line. Now, of course, they actually just also put out another version of Infinity Killmonger with the Funko Shop exclusive one. I think it's him like with the gauntlet kind of holding it out, I think is the main difference. I do like the comment as well. This one's definitely a really cool looking pop. So you have Killmonger's head, which of course he looks really awesome with the dreads. And you have the beard and the stash that definitely looks like Michael B. Jordan there. And he has the Infinity Ultron body, which looks absolutely sick with the different Infinity Stones all there on the chest plate with the metal body, and then with the cape coming off the back. He definitely just looks really menacing, super powerful, and he really is awesome in this show, and it looks awesome as a pop as well. And our second pop, it's fitting, and it's coming right after this, and I think we also showed this one off in that hunt as well. But again, since we're looking at all the What If pops, might as well take a look at it again. It is Infinity Ultron, and this one is also a really cool looking pop as well with a great design. We didn't really get that many Ultron pops. I think we just got one Ultron pop from Age of Ultron. So it's cool that now we got this one with that Infinity Ultron because he is such a cool looking character. So we have him floating, and he does have the base coming out of his back where it does make him float, which looks really cool. And I do like how the cape is kind of looking like it is floating as well. That looks sick. And then you have Ultron's body, but Vision's head. So you have Vision's head on the inside where you see kind of his purplish red and the green lines around his cheek. But you have the head completely covered as far as his eyes and everything. You have the Mind Stone right in the center of the helmet, and then the rest of Infinity Stones there on the chest plate too. Definitely looks really cool. It looks like he's about to try to take over kind of in that final fight, in that final episode against the Guardians of the Multiverse. That definitely looks really cool, and that was an awesome part of the show. And now this pop is one, honestly, the character we didn't get to see too much of them in What If, but they were a part of that Guardians of the Multiverse, and they were really awesome. But we love her. It is Gamora, and it's actually Gamora with the blade of Thanos. So they did not actually do an episode dedicated to Gamora like they did for everybody else, like Iron Man / Killmonger, and then, you know, Infinity Ultron and Thor and everybody else. They didn't give Gamora an episode. Apparently they had to cut it out because they didn't have time to finish it. So you might see that in season 2, but we did get to see her at the end teaming up with all the other heroes to become the Guardians of the Multiverse. And so this one kind of does hint that she does actually end up taking over for Thanos, maybe trying to do some greater good for the universe, but definitely looks like a really cool pop. And of course, Gamora always looks great. She definitely looks great in this pop as well. And it looks so sleek the way that she has Thanos' armor on with the gold-plated armor. And then the huge blade that Thanos always carries around that we saw in Infinity War. And then this one looks absolutely awesome with her holding that. Even the detail with kind of the inscribing on the inside of, on the outside of the blade. That detail definitely looks really awesome. And the final pop that we'll take a look at today is probably one that most people were going to be most excited to get. And this one was going to be the Frost Giant Loki that we saw during Thor's What If episode. I guess it would be like what if Thor did not have Loki as a brother, and it was definitely really funny seeing Loki show up. Of course, as a frost giant in the show, where he shows up to Vegas and he goes and parties with Thor and everybody else, and Korg and Meek are there. That was absolutely awesome to see, and how he was a brother from another mother. That was really, really fun. But definitely Loki. This one does have some great detail in it, although it is a little bit weird they didn't put out a 6-inch version because, I mean, he is supposed to be like a giant. So make him bigger than the regular Pop, but it's still a pretty cool one to see. And they did try to create a couple details to make him look a little bit bigger, where his feet and his chest does look a little bit bigger than what a normal Funko Pop would have. So I see what they were going there. And there are definitely some cool details on it, like his armor that's on his body actually looks like it's kind of chopped off in pieces, only on his shoulder, on his wrist, and then on his legs there. So there's not a lot of armor on there, but if he's a frost giant and he's that huge, he probably doesn't need that much armor. But the detail is definitely really cool. But the coolest detail is definitely that translucent looking crown that's on Loki's head. Of course, that's Loki's signature look. But now being able to have that as that translucent one is definitely a really awesome kind of change to the Loki character. And so it's definitely really unique on a Loki Pop. So those are definitely 4 really cool Marvel What If Pops. But that's not all that we have for the set. Like I mentioned, there were a couple that I have not been able to pick up. There are also a couple of exclusives. One of them had already gotten released, that Infinity Killmonger exclusive. But there are a couple that I think are supposed to come out later that I'll be waiting to see if I can get my hands on, like another version of Infinity Ultron. And there might be some other one that I'm missing as well. But if you want to see the line, at least the common wave that's right here on the back of the box, the other 2 that we're missing is Queen General Ramonda, and then we also have the stealth suit Captain Carter. And that Captain Carter would definitely be one that I would love to add. I do really like the original Captain Carter that we got from the first wave of What If, but this one definitely looks like a great updated suit. So that would be an awesome one to grab, especially with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness coming out, and Captain Carter is supposed to be showing up there. So it might definitely be a pop that a lot of people are going to want to grab. So if you do see it in store, probably go ahead and grab it before she gets hard to find when the movie comes out in May. And I can't wait for it to return later this year. We did get that confirmed recently. So these pops will lead us into Season 2. And I'm definitely excited to see what other stories they can tell with Season 2. Of course, I want to see more of Gamora, but we can see more of that Infinity Ultron storyline. Potentially, the Marvel Zombies will probably go back to that world. I want to see more of Loki and what he does as a frost giant. That would be pretty cool to tell more stories like that. But I do want to hear from you guys. First off, what do you think about these pops, and what do you think about the What If Pops in general? Overall, I do prefer the first wave of the What If Pops, especially with the Doctor Strange Supreme, and then we had the New York Comic Con Doctor Strange Supreme Unleashed with the original Captain Carter. I do prefer the entirety of that first line, especially with the T'Challa Star-Lord was one of my favorites. But these are definitely some really cool pops. I would have to say the Frost Giant Loki is definitely my favorite out of the 4. It's the most unique, and I love the translucent crown. That definitely looks really, really awesome on him. But also, what did you think about the What If show? Are you excited for Season 2 to come back? Let me hear about your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, if you guys can, make sure you hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button. Again, we're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, so we can't hit that goal without your help. So thank you guys so much for that, and thank you guys so much for watching today. And as always, we'll see you again real soon.